Alright, welcome to a 30-minute Alan vlog. Today is August 15th, I think. It's a Wednesday. Welcome to an Alan monologue where I just be talking about my own shit, talking about my own life. Right now I'm going to Knott's Berry Farm. Ain't that epic? Obviously this is gonna be an unedited video, just me spewing my thoughts out. I haven't done one of these in a minute. Haven't had time. I just got a haircut yesterday, so I'll be looking fresh as fuck. And I just cursed. Whatever, we move. I forgot I have to wait like a minute before I'm allowed to say shit like that, you know? But I feel good right now. I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in a minute. Like last month I've just been really busy to I didn't have time to edit my videos or just do things like that, spew content out. And that feels kind of sucks. Just, last month was my favorite month just because I did so much back in July. I can't really remember all I did, but now it's the middle of August, you know, school's starting up next week for me, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, right now I'm gonna enjoy my last little break before I go to school and have to suffer all that jazz, you know, trying to become what I'm trying to be. But yeah, I don't know, I finally have some free time where I can upload or make a video, so that's gonna be cool. I just hope I can, you know, talk while driving again, because I need to get back to this motion, bro. Let's see, what can I talk about? What's fun? What happened this month? Beginning of the month, August 2nd, around that time, I think I went karaoke with some buddies. So that was cool. I love karaoke, man. It's so fun. I realized I'm okay at singing. I don't want to say I'm I'm the best or I'm fucking good, but I feel for someone with no prior singing experience and shit, you know what I'm saying? I do karaoke and I don't sound like a fucking not bad. Don't sound like a fucking disgusting person. I don't know. But I think I sound alright. I don't sound awful. Which is I think that's a flex, right? That sounds like a flex to me. Let's see. What's este? Voy a pasar yo. Easy, dog. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I be driving and shit. But yeah, no, that was cool. We sang with a couple buddies. I'll be honest, I don't singing is a very vulnerable thing. IMO. So whenever we start karaoke, there you go, you won't be able to see me for a bit now. I don't know if this will cut out ever, but whatever, we move. But karaoke is a very or singing, I mean in general, is just a very vulnerable thing to do. You know, you're always, it's just you trying, I don't know the concept of singing, man. I can't fault anyone for knowing that shit. But so whenever I do karaoke with my buddies, I always start off singing dog shit on purpose, because you know, gives you a little bit of the confidence, gives you a little bit of the mojo going, do all that jazz, whatever. But I remember when I was younger, I fucking hated singing, or not hated. I hated singing in public or with my friends and shit like that. You would never catch me dead. When the song started playing, I know the shit. I'd be nah, I don't know it. I don't know how to sing, man. So I would never be caught singing. But now I got my buddies. I got a good social economic lever and shit. I don't know. I got good friends where singing ain't a big deal. I don't know, man. So I think it's cool, you know? I think it's cool, man. It makes me happy knowing I can just be myself and do my own thing. But yeah, it was really fun. Had a great time. Tried some hole-in-the-wall joints, because that's my goal in life, to try a bunch of hole-in-the-wall places. I don't know. And then I've just been chilling at home, hanging out with some people. A lot of great people. I love everyone I hung out with today, or this month so far. I was gonna hang out with someone else today specifically, but I don't know if I will anymore, because I'm a busy person, and being busy is sick. Let's see. went to Lake Tahoe. That was a bang. I think I might have made some videos from Lake Tahoe. I don't know. If I do, I will post them on YouTube. But yeah, like, we'll see. Lake Tahoe was a really good trip. Went with in the car with 4 people. 4 of my guys. Well, 2 of my friends and 1 of my friend's friends, who was pretty cool. Shout out to you. You know who I'm talking about. If you're watching this video, you're an awesome dude, bro. You're an awesome dude, bro. Fuck, that sounds so California, man. I hate that. But no, I mean, I can explain the entire trip. We started at like 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning. We left to go to Lake Tahoe, which is like a 10-hour drive for us. And the first hour in, like, I knew I was gonna bond with my friend's friend for like hour 1, because we like made the same joke, same voice, same complexion, same everything. We both said the same shit, and like it was like a combo joke, you know, because we both said it. It was like literally same time. You can't script that shit, you know what I'm saying? I gotta like put this over here so you can like. Do I have a piece of paper or something? This is probably extremely illegal. Yeah, you know, stop that right there. Put the hat on. There you go, now that hat's just gonna cover that. So we move. Freebo. So if you wonder what that is, that's my hat. But no, but yeah, it was really cool. We had a lot of good times. We stopped at like a small town around like 4 hours away from Lake Tahoe called Bishop, and it was like getting hot. It was like starting to be like 2 p.m. Well, before that, we found like a little like river, or a little stream even. It was more like a stream, little shit like that. And we like chilled there for a bit. It was cool, I would say, being able to like chill on the stream. I didn't go in because first of all it was cold as fuck. Even though it was like hot outside, the water was freezing, and I was like, I ain't trying to get wet right now. I'll get wet later. So then we went to like a small town called Bishop, which was a lovely small town in my opinion. It was fucking lovely. It seemed very homey, like middle of nowhere. You got these little houses. It was nice. There was like a little movie theater that only had 2 movies. There was a bookstore, a couple thrift shops. It was sick. I loved it. Yeah, so we went to like there, chilled out like 2 p.m. We're like, oh, we'll leave like 6 because it's gonna stay here for like a couple hours, and we'll leave when it gets colder. It got hotter when we left, so we were like, fuck, dude. We'll move though because we kind of need to get to our destination. You know, we don't want to set up camp like late at night. And we saw while we were in Bishop, we saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, which was sick. And we went to this little, it was called like Looney something. It was a like breakfast joint, like Starbucks type beat, you know what I'm saying? But it was like so good. Like the only thing that sucks about it, I would say personally, that they don't have the prices shown. It's just like the food. And it doesn't do like those things where like fancy restaurants where they just put the number and no like dollar sign. They just put, it was stupid. So I bought like a $15 burger. But yeah, then we went on our drive. We saw Teen Turtle movie. We went to a bookstore. Made, in my opinion, one of my funniest jokes ever. One of my boys, we were pointing at like things in the library, like book titles, and we were just saying, like the book was the joke, and then we would make like things for the joke. What's it called, the setup? So there was this book called The Big Swiss, and I said, me when they asked me what type of cheese I want, and then pointed the Big Swiss, and that was hilarious. I thought it was funny. I still do. That shit was hilarious. And like there was a bunch more, but like that was the big one. Let's see. What else? Yeah, no, so we ended up driving for like 30 minutes, not even 10, 15 minutes. Like we leave Bishop, we're like the middle, like, because it's just like a road. It's not like, it's like straight line, but it's uphill. And one of my boys, he sees, like in the passenger seat, he was in the back because I was one of the last ones to get picked up. But he sees that like they're like the heaters going up or whatever. So we're like, oh, we should like pull over so it can get cool. Like it can cool down like with the coolant and whatnot. So we're like, cool. We find this little spot in like the middle of the road, and we find this little spot. So then we pull over, and it's got a beautiful view, man. Like if people pull over there just to look at the view. We're like, cool. We'll chill here for like a little bit. We make some jokes, of course, because we are hilarious people. And then we hear a we look behind us. All of us in the scene, it looked like a cinematic masterpiece, dog. Like an explosion, we all turned around and the car exploded. Like there was coolant everywhere and it was insane. Like, and then like the engine started like steaming. We're like, what the fuck? Are we strapped here forever? Me and my boy's boy. Yeah, is that what me and my friend's friend. You know what? He's my friend now. Me and my other friend. Me and my new friend. That's what's gonna be. My new friend. Me and my new friend here. We're making jokes and shit. While my other two friends were just like, the fuck we supposed to do? Like they were actually like kind of like terrified of me and my new boy. We were like, we stuck here and shit like that. You know? It was funny. And we were just cracking jokes, whatever. We let it chill for like 40 minutes because we were like, well, we're not gonna drive it right away. We're like, what if this shit's like broken? And luckily, we were able to move for like 5 minutes. But we were like so happy. We're like, dude, let's do this. We're chilling. Like that was the worst of it. That was our little downfall for like our trip. That was like you know, like in movies when they have like the lowest of low. That was our lowest of low. We're like, it was so awesome. And then we hear, and we're like, wait, that's not. Is that the window? Like I don't think that's maybe something else. But fucking. We pull over, and then as soon as we pull over, the guy driving realized that the steering wheel is stuck, meaning, you know, it can't move left or right or whatever. We're like, damn. And I'm like, hey, that's a bad idea. We gotta do something. I didn't say that in real life, but in my mind I'm like, what the fuck? We're a little more chilling. So me and my new boy, we're like still making jokes, but we're a little like worried. We realize the engine's still steaming. We're like, fuck, we gotta do something about it. So we call AAA, and we're still 4 hours away from Lake Tahoe, and he's got family that lives up there. So we called them and like, hey, yo, do you mind? And they were like, yeah, we do, but we'll still get you because, you know, family. And I'm like, no, I don't fucking know. But I'm like, sweet. We'll just let's wait for us in Bishop because it's still the closest town. And while we wait for them, we can like chill out at Denny's or whatever. So he calls AAA. AAA says, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And you're like, that's AAA. You ain't being here in 10 minutes. But we'll just give you benefit of the doubt and say, yeah. So it's like 7:30. So no, it's like 7:10. And we're like, hey, they said they were going to show up 10 minutes ago. Like, whatever, we move. 7:30 shows up. We're like, whatever. We'll just chill. It usually takes them a couple minutes. We're fine. He gets messages saying that we're sorry for the dilly-dally. We appreciate your patience. Whatnot. So we're like, cool, whatever. They know we're here. 9 o'clock hits. It's like late at night. We're like, dog, I don't think they're coming. So he calls them, and they're like, yo, it says they're coming. Like that's what AAA says. They're like, yo, bro. They're coming. I'm like, okay. They be coming. But you know what they said? They lied. They fucking lied to us. You know, it's fucking bullshit. They were like, yeah, they were getting a hold of the tow companies to see if they can pick us up. And then as soon as they say that, we get a call from the tow company. But we can't answer because we're still on call, so we're like, hey, we'll call you back. And then we hang up with AAA, but it also hangs up with the tow company. And so then we call the tow company right back. And this motherfucker's just like, we've been trying to get a hold of you all day. Motherfucker, where are y'all? It's 9 o'clock. Like, it was a Sunday. Like, motherfucker, think we're gonna show up there? And we're like, yes, because we are stuck in the middle of nowhere. Like, the best we can do is tomorrow morning. And we're like, we knew that was bullshit. Because, like, he was also, like, speaking. he was speaking like he had a hold of the conversation that like my friend who was calling, who's a very nice guy, mind you, he's like genuinely one of the nicest people I know. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and he just, you know, like he sounded like he could take advantage of him, by just sounding confident in what he was saying. And I was listening to the conversation because he had no speaker, and this guy was genuinely being a dickhead the entire time, was being super like sassy, aggressive. We're like, dude, what the fuck? And we kept telling him, yo, you gotta say this shit because he don't know shit. He don't know that we've been stuck here for 3 hours and that they just called and they don't know. And he thinks we like, what was this entire scenario? And he's like, the best we can do is tomorrow. And we're like, no, we kind of need it right now. He's like, that's too bad. And so we're like, whatever, we move. And so what happened was, we moved. You know, because like, what else are we supposed to do? Yeah, it was awful, like genuinely. And then we finally got the call, whatever. And once all that jazz was like sorted, we realized, hey, he hung up saying tomorrow morning, and we're like, okay, cool. My friend's parents are coming in like 2 hours. They're still 2 hours away, or like an hour or two away. We're like, we still got time to like, you know, figure this out. So then we call AAA again. We tell them that jazz, but my friend also, he's like still like, to be fair, he was stressed out. Like, I'll give him that. It was a stressful scenario and whatnot. But like, he didn't know how to like tell AAA, and we're like, yo, you gotta tell AAA this and this, and he did not know what he was saying. So like, whatever. Then we luckily got like, we somehow managed to get all that information across to AAA, and then they sent us another tow truck because they were gonna call the same motherfuckers, and we're like, no, because they said no. And they were like, oh yeah, they said they're closed right now. I'm like, yeah, so give us another one. So they did. Luckily, we got the tow truck, and they showed up literally a minute before, or like 5 minutes before his parents showed up. So like, his parents were right behind us in the tow truck. So it was like the tow truck, then they were right behind us. We're like, whatever. We find a parking spot to drop off the car for the night. We spend the night at a little, we find like a hot spring that's like 10 miles away. It's 1 in the morning now. We find a camping spot. We set up our camping tent and whatnot, because we're gonna camp like Tahoe anyways. And we go to the hot spring because we're like, dude, we need this. I needed this, you know, like that was like what we said, because it was awful. So we chilled in the hot spring for a bit. There was a naked bloke who asked us if we wanted to join an orgy. That's what I'm assuming. He asked if we were part of John's Pizza, and we're like, no. And then he like scoffed and was naked with his like girlfriend, and they started wrestling at like this hot spring next to us. We're like, okay, cool. They were definitely part of an orgy. Because like that's what it sounded like, you know. So then after we chill there for like an hour, we go back to the camping spot. We sleep. It's like 2:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Wake up at 6 because, you know, we left the car there. We had to go to a mechanic, so we go to the mechanic. And after all that jazz, the engine's broken. We realize we can't drive to Lake Tahoe. We're still halfway there, or like a little over halfway there. Like, the fuck are we gonna do? And my friend's parents were like, we'll just drive you since you're gonna stay at ours anyways. Why not? Just stay here. And we're like, we love you, we appreciate you, thank you. And they say, no problem, because they are lovely people. So then we finally make it to Lake Tahoe around like 5-6 p.m. the next day. And we're like, cool, we're here after a 4-hour drive. It was 4 of us, so we were crammed in the back, 2 in the front. My left ass cheek has never felt so, well, both my ass cheeks have never felt so hurt their entire lives, you know? But they, you know, we move. So yeah, we make it to Lake Tahoe. Best trip in my opinion. That was our low of low. Then we had highs of highs, man. Funniest trip ever. We were making jokes. We were like saying references as crazy. My friend's parents probably thought we were crazy, because we are, but we move, you know what I'm saying? spend 3-4 lovely days. One of my friends and his girlfriend shows up like 2 days before we leave. Have a blast. Play tetherball. I haven't played that in so long. It's a tiring game, man. That game was fun. But yeah. Yeah, no, so that was pretty much my trip. I took a bunch of great pictures to my friend's mom was also a photographer back in the day, so she showed us some things. Took pictures of the sky. It was lovely. I loved it. They were cool, but they were nature people, so I was a little like camping people, so they were a little weird. Nothing too bad, obviously, but they were just like, oh. Like, they didn't like the government, but in the way of, like, because, like, most kids my generation, including me, don't really like the government. They know they lying to us and shit, but they were really weird about it. So, yeah, like, you know, they were telling us that they were going to make a cult, not a cult, a tribe, and I was like, oh, you should call it the 12 Tribes, so I just went to the Yellow Deli. And they were like, that's not a good idea. And I'm like, no, that's a cult. They're like, oh, yeah, for sure. You're not leaving, by the way. Ha. As a little joke. And I thought that was scary just because, you know, gave me very Get Out type vibes from the movie Get Out. But they were, oh, fuck. They were nice people. But yeah, then we finally, the car is still up there. I forgot to mention that. We finally got home like around 11 p.m. on Thursday. We left the car up there because they couldn't fix it. They said they needed 2 weeks. I think I left my pants over there. And yeah. Or wait, where did I leave my pants? I don't know. But yeah. That was my trip. I was like a week ago. And now I'm going out to Prairie Farm. I was gonna go mini golfing with some buddies on Monday, which was 2 days ago. But plans fell through. And it's fine. Like, I don't mind. I'm living my best life. What can I talk about? One of my friends told me who I've liked his music taste for years. Like, I think I've said this multiple times, I have shit music taste. And he recently told me that I had a really good taste in music. And that made me feel really good about myself. Because I'm like, cool, I'm doing something right. You know? So, shout out to that friend. I appreciate you. One of my managers, really cool dude, pissed me off one day just because I was overworked. But whatever. And I'm like, I'm a very stubborn person. Where if someone gives me the work, I don't like asking for help because I'm like, it's my job. That's what I have to do. And asking for help seems like something that means like, oh, I can't do my job correctly, so I need help, you know? But in reality, it doesn't fucking matter. It just means that you guys kind of screwed me over, which I realize now. I'm going to start being more of a person like that and like realizing, hey, I need help. Give me help. But, you know, I was stubborn this day. Whatever, anyways. He's a really cool dude. And we were talking one day. He was talking about work or whatever. And how... I gotta talk a little louder just because of this shit. And how, like, how working is... Oh, look, the music park. How he has to work at, like, 5 in the morning the next day. And he just got off at, like, 8. And I'm like, oh, dude, you gotta take that melatonin then, right? He's like, no... I don't take anything that, like, any of those chemicals that, like, affect my brain because I don't know what type of shit's there, you know? And I'm like, that's fair, man. Like, he's like, yeah, I don't take Tylenol, shit like that, any of, like, medicine. I'm like, that's good for you. Like, if you believe in that, like, you've managed to live this long. And you look fit, so, like, why not? And he's like, yeah. And then, like, I was like, that's cool. And then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, I've seen this motherfucker vape so many times. So I thought it was just really funny, you know? Like, still respect him because he's like a really cool, he's like genuinely cool dude. Gave me some cool spots to try. So, coolio. I don't know. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's been like this entire month. I think I've explained it pretty well. Like this has been a solid month too. I think second. I think July was my probably favorite month, but this is definitely a close second. Right now I'm gonna find parking and yeah, figure things out. Go enjoy my day. This is gonna be a short little Alan monologue. I don't think I needed this. But you know, I just like, I need to talk about happy shit because I'm doing pretty good with my life. The thing that sucks is I'm not. Well, I mean, right now I'm okay. Weight wise, need to lower it for the show, but we move. Like, it's cool. I like my haircut. I really enjoy my haircut. Like, fuck, dude. Shout out to my barber, dog. My cut's insane. I'm figuring out ways to gel it. This is a low-key a nice way to gel it. Like, it makes me look more of a responsible citizen of the United States government. Sign membership for the 27 Club. Everyone around me wants to wear out. I got El Borracho card. What the fuck, man? What do we do? Let's go. But yeah, I'm gonna find some parking real quick and then let my folks know that I'm around here so that I can do my shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. Damn. We'll be dropping like flies. Come on, green eyes. 2016. It happens sometimes. Not everyone lives, but everyone dies. Riding. Actual gangster, dog. I love this show. Makes me so happy. I'm so happy. Oh wait, yesterday I couldn't say yippee. I got it. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I was so sad. I was like, yesterday I was fucking talking with my coworkers and we were making references and I was like yippee, but like my voice couldn't do it. I think I was just talking too much that day. But look at me, I can do it now. I'm so happy. Yippee, dude, that's sick. I'm living. I'm actually living, big dog. I'm so happy, man. Very happy. Very happy with myself. Hey, that looks like it could be my friend's truck, but I don't know. Just gonna go over here. Nope. But yeah. I haven't been to this. I still haven't bought my ticket if I'm being honest, so I gotta like park and get that shit and get her done. Roll Tide. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, thank you for listening. I don't know. I don't think people actually watch these contents. If you do, I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. No, I don't know. I just really enjoy making, like, just talking. And if people actually listen to this, it's like, you know, it's cool. If you don't, it's also cool. Like, I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. I really like my edited videos. I haven't had the motivation to make them right now. And I feel like when I do, it'll just click. I have like 5 videos in the burner. I'll figure it out though. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. It's gonna end shortly just because I don't have storage on my phone. Which, you know, funny. No storage phone Alan, that's gonna be like a little reference joke, I think. So, yeah. Thank you again. And if you've actually watched this, comment something. I don't know. Comment cheeseburger because I think that's funny, and I could really go for a cheeseburger right now. Yeah. Thank you. And I'm going to Knott's Berry Farm right now, so